It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me. Yay!
Justin. Justin.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm here.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't mute myself. When you come through, it sounds like...
I did. I muted me. I accidentally hit the mic button.
No, that's fine. When you come through, it sounds like your voice is not all the time. It's like when it's high pitch. I can't explain it, and it's like it does one of those.
Well, old headphones too. So I mean, I've had these for about 3 years. So
okay, and that's what I was asking you about the microphone. It sucks because
the microphone from my computer I've only had about 6 months. The headphones on my phone I've had about 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you have no way to connect the mic into your phone, correct?
No.
Okay, because the wire comes right out of the headset itself.
Yeah, right out of the microphone right into the computer, yep.
So the only thing you could do, since you already have that, honestly, is two things. One, you could buy a cheaper one, or like $10, $15 on Amazon, or you can get a splitter. So you plug the USB into, what is your phone, a C?
I have no idea. I mean,
what's your charger? A C or a micro? C's are going to be the future. Like, mostly everything is C.
It's the one that comes
micro.
with LG phones, yeah.
Okay, so it's a micro or macro. So basically, you would plug the USB into that, and then it's an adapter, and then so basically it plugs into a USB into whatever your phone is, and then your mic should get picked up fine. But you definitely need a mic. You need a mic, dude. You need a mic with a wire. I've never heard of a mic not having a wire. Sorry, my fan on. A wire that plugs in like a 3.5 jack. So, see,
this is a newer company too, so they've only been around a couple of years. So they do the USB thing. Well, I think they do the USB thing because it's, I guess the way microphones are going. I don't really know, but it's.
All right, so what about, Riverside is just started as an app not too long ago. First, it was a website. I didn't like the site part of it. But what was I going to say? Anyway, do you have anybody, like, when you hit the little guy, where the two, not next, where there's the little guy, the invite person, where it's, you see, I see Justin and then me. It says me and you, in this studio, us two. Do you have the invite option?
No.
Right. That's because, because if you would have came in as a producer, you would have been able to invite. But that's so stupid. You can't get recorded. Invite producer. Producers have similar controls to the host, but aren't recorded. That makes no sense. Maybe you have an option. I don't know. That makes no sense.
I don't have an option.
Okay.
I have is the microphone, the camera, the little guy, and the little chat thing. That's it.
Yeah. I'm not coming too loud or too crisp, or is it like, is it okay?
You're the same.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got 200. Well, I got them a deal, but they're, like I said, they're the Steel Series X, and then I got a $10 Momed microphone, which I could use, but I mean, you hear more of the surroundings. This is more noise, reduction. Yours is not right now. Yours is very loud and crisp. Like, it's like you're talking like this. Like, that's what it sounds like. I can't really.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, it's because of my old headphones. It's one of those headphones you plug in your phone. You can listen to music or you can talk through it. I can answer phone calls through it.
Yeah. Earbuds. Let me ask you. Because I was going to say, dude, you don't have you. Now I know I'm recording this. We're only like 9 minutes. And like I said, this is nothing that goes live, and it's not live now. And I'll upload this through Adobe and wash it. But you're good on after February, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you could talk about?
Lawsuit. I can't really discuss the lawsuit per se.
No. Just about what your plans are, not lawsuit. I understand you can't discuss that.
I got you.
What's your plans?
Well, on the first, the mediation happens. They're going to do it by phone, so I don't have to travel anywhere. I can just do it, right here in my room and everything. Then after that, if we come to an agreement on money,
yeah,
they said about 2 weeks later or so, the money will be, wired to me in my account, and then I'm going to plan on getting a truck of some kind, and then looking for a place, my own place. Excuse me.
Yeah,
definitely. And then after that, I'm going to go get Daniel, my friend Daniel. He's going to be part of the Doc and Daniel show. We're going to be doing on YouTube. And, of course, I'll have money then, so I'll have all new computer. I'll get like 2 mics, another camera, so we can do Let's Plays and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when I go get him, we're going to take about a week trip, just, go see my family and stuff like that. And
yeah, that's the one thing. The truck, I think, are you still, well, before we get into the truck, which I think is cool, are you still moving into the place that's right close to the Roach Motel?
No. I'm probably not going to stay in this town. I'll be close to this town. I'll be about 10 miles away in Eastland, but Eastland has, the Walmart, and it has some fast food restaurants, and if you go about 60 miles, I can't think of directions right now, but you go 60 miles farther, you get into Brownwood, and they got all the restaurant, like the Chili's and all that stuff. So I'll probably try to find a place in Eastland. Don't get me wrong, I like Ranger. It's quiet, but it's more of a
what's it called? Ranger,
Texas.
Let me see. So like this, look, and when I send you these messages, I just realize it's secret. Like nobody could see these but us. Is that what is how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Okay. I just figured that out. See, now before we talked about this now, God, going back since I forget when, but we talking about this for a long time. You've been going through this lawsuit thing, and it's finally coming to an end.
And when my money hits, if we come to an agreement on the 1st of February, my money will hit about the 14th of February, which will be exactly 2 years.
What will hit? What will hit?
My money will
my money will hit.
And that will be on the 14th if we come to an agreement on the 1st. And
yeah.
When it hits, it will be exactly 2 years to the day of the wreck. 2 years to the exact day.
Are you still looking for that same amount? I think this was the number. It was around this actually. I put it in there, but is that about right, or are you looking more north or south of that?
More than that. My lawyers say
that's good.
Get more than that, and of course, then they got to take out their fees and all this stuff. But so after all fees are taken out, I should be getting about that amount.
Oh, well, either or. Like, still, that's about what you expected. You said it could be less, but how many years have you dealt with this? 2 years with the lawsuit.
Almost 2 years.
So since the accident, it's been 2 years.
Right at about 2 years.
So we're going to right as the pandemic area. Wow.
Yeah. To 2021, February 14th, 2021.
Yeah, and for the people out there who are going to be listening, I know this isn't live now. That we don't have any. We're using riverside.fm, which is a parent thing for Anchor. But what we're talking about, we've been talking about for a while, and what I wanted to say there, I kind of just lost my what I was saying. Me and Justin literally tried for about 2 to 3 hours to get this. It was only supposed to be a 30-minute, maybe an hour, you know, how we do. What? Like, yeah, and it took us, we both couldn't connect on Anchor. It was a mess. We tried Spotify, which I didn't know this at the time. I don't know, but I had my Spotify open on my Xbox. I hope that had nothing to do with it, but it shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have, no.
Because, yeah, it wasn't. But I could hear the music you picked, which is the Tokens, I believe. The Tokens?
No, it was Temptations. It was Don't Let Temptations.
That's right. And what I like about this Riverside, which I was just wondering, can you hear this? You can still hear me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if I don't want to, like, lose the recording, but yeah, I was trying to open up the Anchor app. I mean, not the Anchor app, I'm sorry, the Spotify app. When I put my files in the SD selection, I'm actually going to just not even go there right now because I didn't realize it went back onto my internal storage. So when I hit SD, it was transferring all the files.
Whoa.
So I was going to see if you could hear a song, but instead of that, I was going to say, can you hear, Justin?
Yeah.
I'm just going to play something. Can you hear this?
All I hear is silence.
And could you hear that?
Nope.
Okay, I thought not. See, that's the one thing I like about Audiolab. When I was telling you about Audiolab, Adobe don't allow it, but Audiolab is like, I can do. And this is going to be for you for the future. You're going to need to learn this. Like, I could record that and listen to it. You hear me do it all the time, right? When I do remember when I did the Whose Line Is It 7 Ultimate Edition? And
I don't think I've gotten to that one yet.
Really? I did 500. That was the biggest one I've done. It was 500. I thought you liked the Whose Line Is It one.
I do. I listened to one, though, but I may have been that one.
Jesus, man. I listen to all your shows. Jeez,
I didn't listen to all your shows. I do.
I'm just kidding.
I'm behind right now.
No, it was December 6th. It was a pretty long one. It's Whose Line Is It, but it's quick. It's 500 literally lines, from movies. Like,
I have listened to it. I have listened to it.
I've made, that was my 7th one, but I've never done one like that long before, where it was like, it's just it was 500 of them. So
okay.
So that was thanks through Audiolab Pro, and I actually, it was a thing in there for me to message the developer, and I said, your guys, I told him, like, I think the app is underrated. It's an amazing app because you can record stuff without it kicking you off or won't get it picked up. And
nice.
Luckily I was one of the first beta testers to that app, and it's pay what you want. So basically you get the pro version for free, but they're like, you could pay this, and this. I paid like the lowest amount, which was like 99 cents, but this is in the beginning. And I didn't have to, but you do get a little bit more. Like, you can mix. So let's say you have For example, some things only let you. Let's say you want to blend everything into one. Let's say you have 10 recordings and you just want to put them all into one thing. It's basically it's called merge, and I merge it all into one. Like I have the latest 2 raplets I did, which was like it's time for a raplet or something because I haven't done one in a while, and I did 2. And I could merge them together, but I did one on each show. So one's on Beatdowns and one's on that last wasn't really a show. The Jimmy James Insane with Wires apps, and that's that. It was just
yeah, I saw that when we were trying to get where I could do the show like I'm doing now.
It's not really a show. It's like it's a show behind the show. It's something I actually got from you. You were saying you should put stuff out that I had on the back burner or that.
Oh yeah, I did tell you that. Yeah.
Remember, you were like because I have some shows that I have done like with me and my ex. I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to, edit out anything that's not appropriate for her family. And then
I do remember talking to me about that. Yep.
Yeah, and you were like, you should do that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then I talked to Cody, and you got to listen to my buddy Derek, man. His name is Derek. He's not a podcaster, but he is on Mixcloud. He's a very well known DJ, and he plays hockey. But he was on another podcast show called Billy D's Podcast. It's about how to interview people. Like, for example, I think I listened to his "What Makes a Good Guest Interview." I listened to that one, and he's on that. He's on that podcast. I'm giving Derek a shout out here, and that podcast was episode 42.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, wrong podcast. Experience the Buzz. I'm such an idiot, but that was one of the ones I was listening to. It's episode 42. If you go to Experience the Buzz,
okay,
and I had listened to about the first 15 minutes because I had to turn it off because I have my own podcast to do.
Right.
And sorry that I've been I've been wanting to knock this out, but dude, even Cody, like a couple people said, dude, you've been going non-stop. Derek said it to me. He's like, you've been going non-stop. It was episode 43, by the way. Yeah. So what were you going to say? It's episode 43, Experience the Buzz is the name of the podcast. Guys, pretty cool.
I will look it up. Later on, probably tomorrow.
It's actually up your alley type of podcasting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll be in there when I can. If I like it, I'll follow it for sure.
Well, he interviews like people, like famous people, people that are just I don't know some of these people. You would know some of these people probably. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just. Like some, I don't know, like because that's your show. Your show basically is world entertainment. I always mess up your show title. Always, I have bloopers of that. It's like Justin's.
I've heard it. I've heard them.
I have heard it. Yeah, I know. I've sent you things though. Like Justin's. Remember when I was sending you the message on Messenger and I couldn't say it? I was walking in like traffic, but
yeah, I could.
Just remember, I'm risking my life to plug your show.
I appreciate that. I do. I don't want nobody to risk their lives for me, but I do.
No, man. It's because you do it. You know what? I said this the other time. I haven't got to the new ending part yet, but I have that old goodbye thing, and I really want to make a new one, and so like I might as well be like. Give a shout out, and I need people that are. I don't want to shout out. Like I'll do a shout out on my own for people like you or Cody, but Cody has been busy. That's why he hasn't. It's called the Daily Chat, which was funny because right as he was doing his last show, I was like, he should call this the monthly chat. And then when I heard his show, 5 seconds in, he's like, I don't know why I named this the Daily Chat. And it was just something funny.
Right.
And now I'm going to ask you.
Commentary on people that do daily shows. I mean.
Right, he did. He used to, but now he's working, he's busy, wife, it's understandable. But now, I got a question for you, since you're the guest, obviously. This is all new to us, this Riverside FM. But all right, I was trying to talk until I got to your show, because Jesus Christ, they don't have anything in order. But yeah, you're like right at the top. Whoever you're listening to like last is like right there. So, all right, so here's your show. Oh yeah, that's the Daily Chat. Wrong one, but anyway. And then you got your. Oh my God, where are you at? There you are. You got your thing. Okay, so I have not. No, I have. No, this is an old one. Wait a minute, I thought you just dropped the show.
No, I was going to do a show tonight. I mean, that's why I put it on 3 Facebook pages. Then we got involved in all this, and I haven't been able to do my show yet. Okay,
so real quick, your last show was Death of a TV Legend and PS Plus game review, October 13th. No. That was 2 days before my birthday. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong one. I'm sorry. That how the new Spotify is. It's Last of Us Part 1 and 2. What went wrong? That was the one I remember hearing. Yeah, says 17 minutes left, but I know I heard the whole thing because I'm on the next episode. But Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Walk me through that, and the question was basically walk me through that episode, what you meant by that, and 2. What's on the horizon? Is this your new season and whatnot? And walk me through that one.
Okay. Well, yeah. For your listeners and my listeners, whoever listens to us, this is tonight's show. Whenever I get done with your show, I jump over to do my show. This will be episode 4, I believe, of season 4. And,
wait, season 4. Okay, so you're really. It's not that you're loud. You're coming. I don't know if the earbud piece is closer to your mouth.
No, I just talk loud because I'm half deaf in one ear, so I talk loud because.
No. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure the listeners can hear what you're saying. So, again, sorry. So, you were up to episode 4. Go ahead, say that again.
Yeah, I'm up to episode 4 on season 4 of my show. And the Last of Us Part 1 and 2 thing is I played both games, and they were good games. I mean, it's kind of like a Resident Evil type thing, but instead of, a virus, it's about like some kind of fungus thing that just appears out of nowhere.
Right.
And people get infected, and they're survivors, and, and you go through this whole story in the first one of Joel. He's the main character. In the first game.
Is this a new game or an old game, by the way?
The first one, I believe, the first one was originally on PS3.
That's old then.
Oh yeah, and then they remastered it for the PS4, and then they did a updated version on the PS5. But you're this character named Joel, and your daughter dies at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that, and what were you saying though? You were saying that you did or didn't like the story mode. That's what I was trying to get at about it.
The first game, I loved it. I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about the game, except for some of the controllers. If you're not used to them, it takes some time to get used to. The second game was okay, except for the fact. Several things, as I said in my show, that, they bring in a new character, you got to play her halfway through the story, and everybody hates her right from the get-go because she kills off the main character, Joe, from the first episode, from the first game, and they have to play her whole backstory and try and get sympathy for her and all this stuff. Well, a lot of people have, seen YouTube things about this and, other podcasts about this same game. And they're like, yeah, it's kind of bad. Some people felt sympathy for her after doing her thing, after doing her part of the game.
You said you didn't like it. I think because I listened, but I didn't. I didn't know the game. I didn't know the game.
I didn't like it because she murders the main character from the first one. Right towards maybe like an hour into the game. Depends on how quickly you get through the things and everything.
Right. You're a cutscene type of guy. I'm a cutscene person. I like to see the cutscenes of good games.
I do too. And then at the end of it, Ellie, the secondary character from the first game, which is the main character of the second game, finally corners her. Got her in the leg and is drowning her, and just lets her go. And so, because it was supposed to be a game about moral choices, what would you do? But the thing is that the game doesn't give you the choice to make the choice. It is kind of...
So wait a minute.
2,000 years later.
So wait a minute. See, this kind of ties into some of my games, which I personally don't like in a way. They give you choices, but like it's their choices, right?
Right.
I'm sure we're gonna strive to a technology part where we can literally type in and the AI can respond. But these are older games, and you don't even have the next gen yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
exactly. Then it's like, it's like the older games, like on Sega and Nintendo and everything. Like let's say Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy, way back on the original Nintendo.
I've only played Final Fantasy 11, the MMO, but I know, like, I understand the concept of it now
because it lets you make the choices throughout the whole game. Do you see this person? Do you not see this person? And see, now if The Last of Us 2, at the very end, where Ellie has
The Last of Us 2, you said, right?
The Last of Us 2.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes you break up. Yeah.
Sorry. Has the
it's okay.
Has the woman in the water? She's drowning her. They got into this big fight, and if it gave you the choice to kill her.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Keep going. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
Then it would have been a lot better because he would have had the choice. Well, do I let this woman gets tortured me throughout this whole game live, or do I just go ahead and kill her like everybody that plays the games want me to? But see, they don't give you that choice. They just, they don't let you make the decision. They just make it for you, and then, after all that, Ellie goes back home, and her girlfriend and the baby are gone, and everything else, and, it shows she strums the guitar a little bit that Joel left her and gave her, and walks off, and boom, that's it. And so the gameplay overall of the second game was good graphics, good story overall. Even the part that I hate was actually okay, I guess. But it's like I was listening to comments from other people, and like the middle part where you're playing the who I think is the villain of the game, that should have been like just a totally separate game. And then had different stuff to fill in there. Where Ellie's hunting down more, and there's more things that put her down her group and everything. But but they didn't do that, so they totally messed it up. And then I was reading, and I'm going to talk about this on my show too, that they're supposed to be coming out with a third Last of Us game.
On next gen or
on next gen, I believe, and they may do a PS4 version. It should be a 4 version of it too.
Yeah, you definitely you're going to be getting the next gen. I guess you're going to get PlayStation. I guess you can get both if you really wanted to, but I've always told you go for Xbox.
I know The Last of Us is not available on anything but PlayStation.
Yeah. PlayStation has some games that like basically PlayStation doesn't have Halo, and Xbox doesn't have But I can't think off the top of my head. But there's a lot of good games out there that PlayStation has, and obviously that's that. But now with the cross-gen, I just think it's going to be, Xbox is a better platform for the customers, I should say, cheaper wise, and we've had that discussion before. But not to get off topic, so I was reading your episode here, or I was looking at your episode. That was January 3rd. Today's the 7th, right? Or not yet, 7th. So you said this would be what episode is this?
This will be number 4 in season 4 when I get to my show here after I do your show.
Oh wait, this will be the beginning, episode 4.
No, this will be episode 4 of season 4.
Oh, of season 4. Okay. I was just saying, how have you been doing your seasons? Like, are you doing them at 3 months, a month?
No, once I get 22 to 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Then I take a break for a couple of days and I start the next season. I base that, and I've had people ask me, well, how do you base your seasons? And I say, well...
Yeah, I've asked you, and people have asked me. Go ahead.
and what I tell them is I base it like a TV show would.
It's a little tough to explain, too, because you got to base it off how you're feeling at the same time.
Well, that too, but what I try and do is
You there?
Yeah,
You all right?
Yeah.
You sound better. What are you talking on now?
Nothing. My phone fell and my headphones came unplugged. So sorry, Jimmy James is listening. Sorry about that.
No, man, that's cool, man. This is just this is both our, even though it's whatever, it's on this Riverside. This is the first time we're doing this, so
hopefully we edit the show. I want you to keep that in there as a little blooper.
It take me forever to edit all that out. Not that part. I mean, edit. That's the struggle right there. Because you guys are like Cody and the people we know. A lot of people don't edit the way I do. Like I edit like a nut.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I've noticed that on your shows.
You got it. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. So you're on season 4, episode 4.
Yeah, season 4. But see, like I said, a lot of people ask me how I come to that, doing it that way. And I said, well, if you look at like TV shows, maybe not, of yesteryear and today, they usually do like anywhere between 18 to maybe 20 episodes per season.
Right.
And that's what I model my seasons after. And so once I hit, like I said, between 20 and 24 episodes, I'm like, okay, that's enough for a season because once I end it there, after about 22 to 24 episodes, then I can, take a break. I can do more research on different topics, or I can play a game or watch a couple of movies to review or whatever.
I like when you do, me personally, and I'm just telling you this as a listener and not as a podcaster. I'm not telling you as anything else, but just as a follower, listener, supporter, whatever. And you are getting the support, right? Just to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
That support. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I honestly like it when you get into just like the episode with Christmas, like that was nice. Like you got into that, but when you get into the real stuff, because games is one thing and that's fine. Like I have my raplets and beatdowns and that's fun, but sometimes I'll just sit down and talk and go through like, hey, this is what ADHD is about. Maybe you could do this, and then that's more real talk. And when you get into I'd say celebrities, like basically your Ion Entertainment and World Review, the World Review part is what I like the most out of your show. Okay. It's the game, because the games, you got to remember, I'm Xbox number 1, so it's hard for me to understand, but I still listen. I'm like, all right, I'm listening to his opinion. I mean, I might play it one day, but yeah, like when you brought up that, I remember when you went, this is a little while back, you were talking about the racism of the Dixie Chicks, and we got into that, and I was like, that was a good show. And you know why? It's because you were saying it, and you literally said maybe 4 to 10 times, I'm not racist, it's just, but I mean, I think, yeah, people, and there's stupid people out there that will just be like, oh, I can't listen to this and turn it off, and then not even listen.
Oh yeah,
it's just like,
and that's sad too, because us as podcasters or us as YouTubers. I mean, if you're a YouTuber,
a creator, I just call it a creator or a show. I'm called a show.
Creator. Whatever you want to call it.
We're putting on it. We're me and you. I don't like calling it a podcast. I like calling it a show because that's what we're putting on. I got you. And you're putting on a show and entertainment.
Exactly. Well,
you know what I mean.
True.
It's a podcast, but it's not YouTube because we're not on video.
Exactly.
We're not on a video. That's what I mean.
But it doesn't matter what you call it. I mean, but I'm saying, as creators, on whatever medium.
As creators.
On whatever medium, be it YouTube, be it...
as gods.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
As gods.
We have to know our audience. We have to be conscious about what we're saying and what we're doing. I mean,
of course.
Because like I said on my show, or I haven't said on my show, but I've said it on yours, I've had people ask me, they go, well, how come you don't talk about, drugs, or how come you don't talk about sex, and how come you don't talk about this, and how come you don't cuss on your show and everything?
Well, wait a minute, yeah, and I can answer that for you, because that's like me not wanting to talk about religion and politics. It's just, but Gad, you answer. Gad, I want to hear your answer.
It's like I told him, I said, because my show, I try to keep it as family friendly as possible. And,
yeah, you do.
And that's why sometimes I make it and that's why when I do swing into politics, like, spoiler alert for your audience, I'm going to be talking a little bit about politics on my show tonight.
I don't. Yeah. Right. Oh, really? Are you? Do you have the name of your show out? I always like to have it.
I haven't come up with the name of the show yet, but let's just talk a little bit about politics. No, not yet. All right,
well, I'll listen.
I usually think of the name of the show after I've done the show, so that way
it's weird.
So that way it doesn't cloud my judgment. Because if I put the name of the show first, and let's say okay.
Right. You start getting off topic.
Exactly, because then...
You know what? And I'm the opposite. I'm the topic.
Yeah.
I'm the topic. I have to have a topic because then I know, because of the ADHD, that's the route I want to go. Even though, in the beginning, obviously I've gotten better at staying on topic. And I have, except, the last show, but that wasn't a show. That was like a behind the scenes of me just I didn't even edit out the parts that were quiet. I totally forgot to edit those out, but I was that was me making a video podcast, and then I was making a video podcast. By the way, I put 2 videos out already, and they're not up yet. They're still pending for review. And you just see me, and I'm basically DJing, put music on and shit like that.
Well, it's just like I think I tell you this. I don't think I may have, but I don't remember. But your Christmas show you did with the Christmas music and everything.
Oh yeah. I was supposed to have a guest. I remember that. Yeah, I was supposed to have a new guest.
No. It's the one where you have 10 or 15 just Christmas songs and you play.
The Jimmy Jam Holiday Hour 2, because that was the second one I done. Yeah, second annual.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I think out of all the shows you've done, that's got to be one of my top 3 favorites.
Oh, cool, man. I appreciate that. That's what I'm trying to say, man. You got to go to your analytics, what you were saying earlier. I thought you were going to bring it more up, but people, even the beatdowns, man, people are just... somebody said the other day, not me, it was on social, podcast is the new radio. But honestly, what did you like about that Like it's the Jimmy Jam holiday.
I loved it
It was better.
when you had the classics on there. When you had
Oh
King
yeah.
Crosby and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I am going to have to give you a little bit of criticism here too. I mean you got to
Oh,
take the
because
good
of
the bad,
Dax.
you know.
Because of Dax. I played Dax in the beginning. I wanted to play him at the end.
Well, Dax, what I was the thing, it was like I was listening to it and I missed the first couple of minutes of it because I had it on, and then I had to step out to take a phone call, and I thought I hit pause on it, but I didn't. So when I came back in, it was doing the classic, the
The regulars.
yeah, and then at the end of it, you did the Dax thing, and I was listening. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, I wanted to introduce Dax because he did four Christmas ones, and like us, you got to remember Dax is a guy who's not on a label. He does YouTube, like what you want to do. So I thought
I did not know that. So
see, right? So that's why. Number one, I thought the Grinch, the Grinch was okay, and then the Grinch Goes Viral was so much better. It was better because he has the old tune there, the old classic holiday tune.
Right.
And then I think there was 4, and I put them in order. I should have took the first one out in the beginning and put that at the end, but it didn't hit me until I made the show.
Well,
I know what you meant. I know what you mean.
But I mean, it just kind of threw me because, one minute I'm listening to Bing Crosby and all that, and the next thing I know, I'm listening to this person I never heard of, and I'm like,
I know. I should have explained it, and this is what makes me be better. Like right now, I'm like thinking, shit, I should have explained it. I did a little bit, but I should explain why I put Dax up there. Like, first of all, I have talked about him before on other shows, and I have explained it. I have definitely explained his situation, but I should have explained it in that show right before I played it. Be like, this guy is just a YouTuber, and he never sold out for a label. So basically, he's like what you want to do, only he wants to be an artist. And even if you don't like him, even my dad likes it. He has a song called Dear God. I recommend you listen to it. My pops loves it. My pops is he's not big into rap, but he says the Dear God one is like, it's only a couple minutes long. It's not like a 20-minute one or anything. Right. It's it hits home with a lot of people. So if you really put it on,
I'm gonna give him a shout out on your show, and I'll try to remember here in a little bit when I do my show to give him a shout out on my show. Dax, if you
hey man,
if you ever hear the show, keep up the good work. Just do what you do, because it's like I said on my show, man. You got to do what makes you happy, and doing the kind of music that you do, and the artistry that you're getting into. He
does a lot of remixes. Yes. I was gonna say, if you don't know, and this is why I want you to listen to that at least one song of Dax. One, this is why you'll like him, not just because of Dear God. Is I commented on his page and he showed me love, and like he shouted me back out. So it's like, here's a dude that has millions and millions of subscribers and listeners, like me and you combined times 20, 100, you know what I mean? So, and he's all over the world, and this dude just basically did it with a video camera. And
be sure to IM me and Messenger or text his link, his channel or whatever you call it on YouTube, and I would definitely check him out later on tonight or tomorrow.
On Spotify, since we're both premium, what I'll do, obviously, I'll just give you the link of the show. The show of Dax's show.
Well, that work too.
Or not a show. I shouldn't say show. He's an artist. How it's separate on Spotify. I got the link to that too. By the way.
But I would like to see the videos on YouTube as well, so that way I can.
All right. Well, we're running about almost an hour, so that's good. But you got to remember, I could have kept going for another 10 minutes, but because I figured an hour. But we never finished that part with you were saying how you did your you explained yours like a TV show. Now, I never thought about it like that. I thought like how I felt, and also I noticed that each season I wanted to just do a little bit more episodes. Episode 10, season 10 has been the longest so far, or it's about to be, because 9 was my longest.
Right.
But 3, I think, yeah, like what you said, 10 seasons sounds like a long time, but like, let's say May of 2020. So when did you start your show?
Last year, 2022.
All right. Right. And you're season 4. So that makes sense. I sound like season 10, dude. Yeah, but I wasn't doing 3 shows a week, but I'm like on overload this season. Like, I'm doing a lot, and I still have to do the Whose Line Is It and the beatdowns. I got to go make all those beats. They're not ready yet. The only 2 that I put out were the 2 trailer ones. One's from my sister, and then one was like, that was a buddy of mine. I was going to do a beat for you, too, man, like, because I can actually say stuff into the beat layer.
I would love
to
hear that. I would
let me ask you, all right, so before we end it, what beat, like, there's EDM, there's trap, there's techno, or whatever, it's hip hop, like, what is there's, I don't know if there's any country, but like beat wise, which one do you like? There might be semi-country, I don't know.
I guess,
like, what are you into?
If they don't have country, then I guess maybe like the old crooners or something like that, maybe like 40s, 50s, 60s style.
All right, so something old-fashioned. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a beat together, maybe at least, because if anything, 5 minutes, it's a lot of work. It takes me about 2 hours to 3 hours. Because I got to sit there and literally put each little spot and each little pop, and each little beat. It takes a while, man, but there's ones out there you could do. It's called, if there's one for you, it would be super easy. You basically hit a button and it does the beat, and then you hit it when you want it to stop. This is like a totally different thing. And anyway, I'll do a beat for you, and I'll put it on my Beatdowns 8, which I'll be coming out with. And don't forget to check out I don't know if you listened to the Whose Line Is It 7 Ultimate Edition, because the next one is the
I may have
Extreme.
Aside from so many things, I just can't keep track of where I stopped on who anymore. So
oh yeah, well, like, do you ever, you like movies, right?
Yeah.
It's all movie lines, and it's Whose Line Is It? Not Whose Line Is It anyway, like the show. Whose Line Is It? Is basically, it's like, oh, that movie, like,
yeah,
I came here to kick.
I have heard a few of your shows that have done that, yeah.
So, yeah, like the Kick-Ass and Chew Bubblegum. I gave a disclaimer or whatever, a warning on the Ultimate Edition. I'd say about only 10% I played before, like on the older ones, but there's 500 of them.
Dang.
And but it goes by really quick. They're really quick. They're like one after another. I only stop for the anchor ad, which is about it. I only take a break for that. The ad. Right. Sorry, I had a cough there. Anyway, anyway, so I wanted to say we're gonna end the show. We would have did a better show, guys. Like, we would have had more, but we really did spend about 3 hours just to get this, like, Riverside, because Anchor wasn't working. And if there's anything else you'd like to add. Oh, yeah, well, Spotify, I don't really run that, but I think that would be pretty cool. Like, I've tried it once, where, you can do live shows. I've done one live show, and I had a lot of people listen, and then I had one troller guy, and then he started like becoming a friend because like those people troll. I guess I don't know.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I'll mentally destroy you, bro. You don't want to try to troll me. Like,
right.
Seriously. Yeah. At the end of it, I had him like, oh yeah, I want to be your friend. I want to, like, dude, nah.
Well, let's see. Like I told people before on my show, I think if I haven't said it on my show, then I probably should have.
What?
You know, people like me and you and all these other people that do shows, or like I said before, YouTube or even that publish a book or anything else.
Us gods.
Yeah. Entertainment royalty.
Yes.
You got to be careful, folks out there. This is a tip from me to y'all out there that want to get into this type of work. Be very careful what you do. Because I know there's a lot of like YouTubers, especially that you'll see them opening up packages or reading fan mail and all.
God, I hate that shit.
Which is odd. I love it, because
no, I hate the clickbait ones. We talked about that. It's clickbait. I hate the clickbait ones.
Well, it's like there's this one lady I follow on, or I subscribe to on YouTube. I can't think of her name right off the top of my head.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that, guys? Everybody, he subscribes to one lady. At least one lady. Oh, God. He's not only racist, he's a feminist, or what do you call that?
Sexist.
I don't know.
I'm calling it. No, but
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. They know that.
Folks. Hey, here's the thing.
You got to remember. Go ahead.
It's that, she gets like packages and opens them up, because there are things from fans and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is be careful when you do that, folks. Because
I got you.
Because you don't ever want to give out your real address, because a lot of these YouTubers, they have P.O. boxes. P.O. box, blank, and such a town. But see, what they do, too, is they don't have the P.O. box in the actual town that they live in. They have it, like, the next town over, about 2 towns away, where it's a bit of a drive for them to get to these P.O. boxes, because once you start giving out your real address, and once you start giving out your personal emails and like your person, not your YouTube email for your channel or whatever, so fans can email you and all this. But once you give out your personal address, your personal phone number, your personal email, be careful, because then people can follow you, people can hunt you down, people can So you want to be careful.
You're talking about more YouTube than anything, right?
No, actually, I've read reports of podcasters that have been like, well, I want to connect with my fans more, so here's my address, send me fan mail, or here's my phone number, call me up and say hi, and all that. And podcasters fall into that too. So, you got to be careful, folks, because if you, like I say, you don't know who's out there. I mean, you don't really know who your fans are, or your listeners, or whatever are. So you got to be very careful. So my advice to you is don't ever give out your personal email. Don't give out your phone number. And if you want fan mail, or you want, your fans to get in contact with you with letters and cards or whatever, get a P.O. box. But do it in a town 2 towns away from where you're at. That way they don't know exactly where you're at. And
I agree with that 100%. The only thing I've ever given out was my my personal cell, and not given out, like, I gave it to the public because I was going to do some merchandise. Mm-hmm. But not like or giveaways or stuff, and I've never had any problems, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, besides spam, I was gonna say it's only for friends on like Facebook, and I don't follow people. I get friend requests all the time. Obviously, you probably do too, since you're a podcaster now. It's like even worse. There's so many. It's just, and that's why I don't mess with social. But yeah, I don't have it out anymore. That's why you have the groups. So basically what he's saying is to go to groups, like start out with groups, but don't give away anything, because there's a lot of whack jobs. Like, yeah, I'll build your show. I'll build your show. Like, you get so many of them. It's ridiculous.
I can't count how many I've got. Pay me like $500 and I'll get you like 5,000 followers and.
Right, and they have nothing. They have nothing like where you can click on, or if you do, it's like very shady.
Exactly, because most of these people that are like that, all they do is take their money and run. So if you're gonna do something like that, folks, want to hire somebody to, help grow your podcast, help grow your YouTube channel, whatever. Do your research. I mean, that's what I'm always saying in my podcast. I've said it quite a few times. Do your research. And find a reputable company that handles that has been in business. You do research on them. Pay them the money because they will actually have the resources.
You're talking about reaction to people getting gifts and stuff like that, right? Like, or just use a PO box, basically. All right, and another thing, don't watch YouTube if you're starting a podcast. I'm going to tell you this from experience. You don't have to watch YouTube on how to start a podcast. Let me tell you that you don't have to do it. No, I'm not saying you. The best thing for you to do, if you want some experience, go to other podcasts and listen to people doing podcasts. And also, there is good podcasts out there on how to start a podcast. I even done 10 of them. I did 1 through 10. I did. And that was in their earlier times. And I'll do it again, and I'll say where I'm growing, like analytics.
Exactly.
So basically, and I talk a lot about that, what you're talking about. I've talked about that stuff. So.
And then, of course, too, now he's saying don't listen, to YouTubers to time. Well, I mean, I do agree with him on that, to a degree.
No, I meant, like, don't listen, like, you start the way you want to start.
Exactly.
That's what I meant, like. That's what I meant. But there is some good stuff out there. I know what you meant.
Exactly. Now, obviously, there are going to be podcasters that have YouTube channels as well. They do that.
Which I don't see. It's not a podcast to me. It can't be.
What I'm saying is that they got their podcast outside of YouTube, and then they do they do a YouTube channel where they do other things outside of podcasting. Now,
so aren't they YouTubing and they're just downloading their audio? So they're YouTube. Either you're a YouTuber or a podcaster.
Well, not necessarily.
Like, you can be both.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Markiplier.
You can be.
Exactly. It's like Markiplier. I mean, I talked about him on my show quite a few times. He's got a couple of podcasts on Spotify, like Despicable and all that stuff. And
right, I'm not against Spotify.
But then he does his own YouTube channel where he does many different things. Mostly Let's Plays and everything. And then he does like video animations and like podcast. I mean, he does all kinds of things. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna go to YouTube to learn how to do a podcast, make sure it's a YouTube channel from somebody that actually has done a podcast. Not just, not just, well, here's how I heard you start a podcast.
Because they're doing YouTube videos. Exactly. They're doing YouTube videos the whole time. It's like, wait a minute. If you got 5,000 videos on how to do a podcast, when are you doing a podcast?
Exactly. Now,
it makes no sense.
Now maybe do 1 or 2. Maybe like 1 or 2.
Right. Of course.
Hey, I got a podcast, and I'm going to tell you how I got started. And then they do whatever they normally would do on the show, and then, maybe like a couple years later, hey guys, I just want to give you an update on my podcast.
Right. Right. And now they got Spotify. Now they got the Anchor and Spotify, where if you're a Spotify, you can watch video. It's not YouTube, but look, I did 1 video. It was a test video, and I just did 2 for fun, and that was it. And I was going to do 1 more saying, hey, this is what it looks like, and that's that. That's it. But it wasn't going to be an everyday thing. I don't mind being on camera, but I'm doing this because, listen, you're in the car, and we were talking about Whose Line Is It or whatever. Like, you can't watch that. It's a lot of that's on YouTube, right? But you can't watch it when you're driving or maybe you're working, or I do Just a Bad Day. You're having a shitty day. You want to laugh. I do skits, bits. You're not like if I put it on YouTube in the audible section. So just in case you have YouTube Music, I put it on that, so you could play it like that too. I mean, like you should do something. Like I know you until you get your other thing set up. Like you should do. I told you I like what you do with the. I'll listen tonight for the politics. Yeah, because we're oh my god, we went over. Went over. That's not like us.
No. Shoot! Our last show we did when I was on your show, I think it went in like 2.5 hours or something like that. Yeah,
like 240. Yeah. That was before though. We didn't spend 3 hours. Be like, all right, let's do a show, and then it worked right away.
Right. You know what I mean?
This time it was like, let's do a show. All right, I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah, I'm ready. 3 hours later.
Yeah, right. No, but I told you that I was going to do your show, and I've been promising you I was going to get back on your show.
No, yeah, you owed me. I had to make sure. That's how we do it in the podcasting realm. So basically, if I do your show, I do mine. It's basically well, I forgot. I did have a term for that, but I forget. But it's basically it's like I owe Justin next time. Now, nobody's gonna be a dick and say I want you to do it right now.
Oh no,
but,
no.
Nobody would be like that. If they are, don't do a podcast with them. But
exactly.
If Justin wants to do a podcast with me, he'll hit me up. He'll say, hey, what do you think about tomorrow? Because sometimes you were trying to get a show with me or a couple times where it just doesn't match up.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's another tip for your audience, is that if you're going to do a show with other people, don't count on the date that you set actually being the date you do it, because things can come up. And
I'm sorry, man. It's funny because it's so true. It's so true. Don't schedule. Exactly. Basically.
Well, it's just not tonight. Folks, I'm going to be honest with y'all. His listeners and whatever people of my listeners listen to the show too.
I already know what you're going to say.
But I don't.
I know. Go say it, because I already know what you're going to say. You were not counting on this, and neither was I. I was actually planning on doing something totally. Right. It's just it's crazy.
Exactly. Because folks, I had my computer up. I was going to do my show, and I was going to take a little nap because I got some things in the meltdown. Wanted to get a new game and a new movie that my parents and my aunt sent me for my birthday, which is Monday. And
it's this Monday. This Monday. How? What are you hitting?
44.
Oh man! All right, man. You got a couple years on me.
And so, to do my podcast, go eat with my friends and stuff like that, and then come back and, But,
I'm going to set it. I'm going to set it on my thing. 44 Monday, huh, man?
Oh, yeah. Born 1979, and... Boy, those are
all right.
But
Jesus Christ.
What I was saying, folks, was that, I wasn't planning on doing a show tonight with him. I mean, not that I didn't want to do a show with him. Do not miss
No, it's no, because... I get it. I understand.
And then
they might.
Show, right? And then he asked me earlier in the show, what my future plans were, and it's pretty cut and dry, folks.
Wait, what did you say? Feed what? What did you say? The first part of that, I missed it.
Future plans.
Oh, yeah. And I thought, yeah, that's what I was trying to say to you. I was like, I wasn't even expecting to run this long. I'm like, are you going to still do your show or what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, okay, because I always forget you're an hour behind. I'm 6:41. I don't really have to do my show tonight because I've already done so much where it's like I'm ahead of schedule. Like I'm supposed to do. How many shows you putting out a week?
Out with me right now, anyway. So technically, you already got the show out of the way for today.
Well, yeah, technically that is true, and I appreciate that because I was gonna put my trailer was for the beatdowns, but that was for later. Like I didn't have a set date.
Right.
You know, honestly, I did. That's why I made sure. Like usually, I'll say a date, but sometimes like you just can't. You know, life is in the way, dude. Exactly. Sometimes life happens. Like I had to go shopping, and it's like.
And that's just step number 3. Whenever you do a trailer, folks, don't expect the trailer. You know, the trailer will come out. Don't expect the very next day, or whatever the trailer's about. Oh, he's going to do a show the very next day, or she's going to do a show the very next day, because you know we all have regular jobs. You know, we all have families. We all got commitments and other things. So you know, whenever we can get a show out there, it's whenever we can get a show out there. Now, my future plans are to try to do at least 2 shows a week. You know, starting this year. You know, like I was at the beginning, then things got happened.
You should definitely be consistent. That's my big thing, and that's what helps me do podcasting shows. I like to really say show because it's therapeutic for me, and people listen.
It is for me too.
I can't sit there and say, "Hey guys, be consistent," and then I don't do something for 2 months.
Exactly.
You can't, you know, it's like you're being, and it actually helps in a way. It helps you motivate to get up, and you might help. If I help one person, maybe not this show, but if I help one person, it's worth it. That's
exactly, and that's how I feel about my show, you know, and that's another thing I want to tell your audience was, you know, sometime this year, I'm not sure when, and I'll tell my audience this, you know, throughout my shows, you know, from the beginning anyway. Me and my friend Daniel Jones, you know, we're going to do a YouTube show called Doc and Dan. We're going to do all kinds of different things on it, little skits and, you know, let's plays and cooking segments and all this. So this, look out for that when we do our show. Give Jimmy the link or whatever to our YouTube channel so he can, you know, post it, and then. Yeah, then I'll edit my things on Facebook, and I said, "Oh, check out me and my friends' YouTube channel." So this kind of be looking for that in the near future. Planning in the house and all this stuff as we already discussed earlier, and you know, that's
please get yourself a mic, dude. Get that mic, and I know you're using your earbuds right now for this, and it sucks. And I know that mic, you sound way better on the mic. You know, when you do your show. Because you got to do it like this, but when you do guest shows, get yourself a mic, man. Because I can't understand sometimes what you're saying, and it's not because of the way you're talking. It's the quality of the mic you're using, and it sucks.
The handheld mic that I did have when I
told you, like I would give you a mic. Like seriously, I'm about to like just post you a mic. Like, gotta give me your address so I can literally give you. Like, I got earbuds. I got a mic. Like, I got a mic. I was gonna get that $15 mic at Five Below, and I'll give you the Moman mic. At least you'll be able to plug it into your phone, and it'll come through crystal clear.
Well, exactly. It's like, the mic I was using, which I still have, it's in the back somewhere. You know, it was my very first match to start my very first show, so it's kind of cinnamon with that thing. It had the B plug you could put on the smaller plug, like you could plug it in your phone, but it didn't have the bigger plug, you know, for the computer. And it just went out on me before we started doing like we're doing now, and, you know, wasn't able to use it. But,
it's understandable, man. It's like, I appreciate your time, and I mean, it's not like I couldn't understand anything you were saying. I said sometimes when you were getting excited about something, like when you were like, about watch the address, and it even in your last show, I don't know what you were using. I don't know if you were using your mic when you were talking about the game,
I was using my official microphone.
So either you're talking too... I think I left you a message about talking too close because I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah, you know, like... When I start slipping down in my chair, then I sit in and I do these shows, and then I... Yeah. You know, and then I readjust, and I don't readjust the mic when I readjust, so... the mic is still where it was, so...
Well, I'm only telling you this.
That.
It's not just for you. You really have to be, because I'm telling you, quality is everything, and especially audible, like audible, like a football damn, like audible. Blooper. Anyway, yeah, when you're doing podcasting shows, you have to have that quality. So even if you have to upload it to Adobe, which I hope you get the Adobe app, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I wish I've been doing this forever. You're going to sound like a different person, because you're going to literally boost up your mic. You're going to take the noise reduction all the way off. Even this show, I don't know how this is going to sound. I've never done this yet. So when I'm done recording this, I'm going to hear it, and then I'm going to, this is a lot. It's a lot. An hour is a lot. I've usually done it on Anchor, so I didn't have to worry about it. But now this is the first time where I'm going to have to do a lot, and I'm going to have to do it in 20-minute intervals. And just for doing this, since you have a show to do, I'm going to get off, because obviously I have a lot to edit.
You got to do what you were going to do originally.
Well,
so.
No, I'm not. But I'm gonna work on your beat. So if I can get the beat done, I might put it. I always have a beat at the end or something. They're not, they're just like a little fun hobby on the side. I call it a jobby hobby.
Before we go, there was
two
things.
There's one question. Any last? Let's we'll call this the last minute. Good, knock it out. Mike's yours.
I just wanted to tell your audience, and I talked about it on my show, about a fun little thing that I've done. This time I get the microphone and these movies I got for my birthday and everything. It's called MTurk, and you can do it on your computer. Some things you can do on your phone, but most of it's on the computer. And it's for Amazon. You can set it up to have your money put in your bank account every 3, 7, 14, or 30 days. Or you can just have the money set to your Amazon gift card balance.
Okay, yeah. You talked about this before, right? Didn't you have this before?
I think I have.
Yeah. We talked about it on our show, my show. On your show, we talked about it. I remember.
Okay, I don't remember if I brought it up before. So if I have,
no, that's fine. What the thing is, the file. See, like after I'm done with this, I'll have the file to this. I can send you the file, and then you could say, you could put this on your show, is what I'm saying.
If I can figure out how to play the file, and if I can figure out how to do that.
No, I'll send you the file via email. You know how to get an email, right? And then you just download the email, and then share it to Anchor. That's it. But there's going to be no edit parts. It's just there's no me in the beginning or music. It'll just be this part. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you got to do your intro. I mean, now it's time.
No, it would just be. It would be this. It would be this file.
Oh, I got
just
you.
this file.
I got
and then you do. It's you know what I mean. It's on your show, so you would do your intro and your stuff. See what I'm saying? It's like it's basically I'm just giving. So it's going to be like our show together.
I got you.
But yeah, it'll be on my show. But I'll give you the file as soon as I figure this out, because I have not done Riverside yet.
I'll tell you what, folks. If you don't hear the show on my show, it's because I was too stupid to figure it out in email. But definitely for sure. Listen on Jimmy James' show, because this is his show. And I always give a shout out to Jimmy James on my show, so I'm going to give him a shout out on his own show.
He does.
And
what was that?
And then don't forget to listen to Cody Lewis's Deli Chat.
Yeah, he's been busy, but you do. I got to give that. I told that to Cody, too. I told Cody that. I did tell Cody, I said, you're always shouting him out. Just wanted him, just because I don't know if he listens to your show or all of your show. I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't. He did say he had listened, but I've never asked him, like, do you keep up? You can only listen to so many people's podcasts. You can only keep up to 4. 4 to 5.
And there's one new podcast that I've run into. Do you remember LeVar Burton? LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow and
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. He's got a new podcast out. Well, it's not new, I guess, but it's new to me. Called LeVar Burton Reads or something like that, where he, does like a Reading Rainbow type thing, but it's just him reading a book and giving his commentary on it and everything. It's very good. I listened to an episode or two of it. So if you like reading and you like LeVar Burton, check it out. And
also don't forget to listen to my buddy the DJ. That's for you. And like I said, he doesn't do podcasts, but he's a DJ. He's on Mixcloud. But that podcast name again was I forget. I was gonna send you. I could send you the link. I'll send you the link later.
And
what else do I have to send you? Because I'm running in about. What was that?
And don't forget to listen to Dax's stuff too.
Oh, dear God, I'll send you that as soon as I'm done because I can't send it to you while I'm on Riverside. It won't let me open up the Spotify.
No, I was telling your audience, don't forget to listen to these.
Okay, yeah. I tell them all the time, man. I'll be doing more DJ stuff. I was thinking about doing another channel, but that's a whole nother story. I'm keeping this. I'm gonna keep this, but I might have like a music channel. Like how you said you really like the classics and all that. Well, I was gonna do that, but I might have like a hip hop night, a classic night. I don't know. I might just call it the Jimmy Jam Show. That's it.
There we go.
So,
shoot.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. I want to thank you for coming on my show, and if I do get the file, I can't promise you. I've not done this yet, and it's long, but I want to thank you for coming on my show, Justin. This is Justin Stewart, which I was saying it wrong, your last name. I was spelling it wrong on auto spell. Justin's Eye on Entertainment and World Review. You go to check him out, and he's going to go drop his show, I guess. You're dropping it tonight or making it tonight?
I'm going to make and drop it tonight after I eat and stuff like that and come back. I got a little bit more energy. I'm going to drop my show here probably about an hour or two.
All right, I'll listen. It's January 7th, 2023. I might either keep this on the back burner for Monday or drop it tonight. I'm not 100% sure yet. That's why, because I have the trailer out for the beatdowns, but I don't know if I feel like making an hour worth of beats. That's a lot of work. So I might. That's why I didn't put a date. All right, I'm going to let you go. By the way, just in case you don't know, and this is for everybody too, I can actually stop recording and we can keep talking.
I got a shower and everything like that and get to my
No, I'm just saying, let's say, hey, all right, I'm going to say my final goodbyes here, so this is for me and Justin. Gad, you have any last words before I stop recording here?
Just a Happy New Year to all your followers. I sent you a message on Messenger that you can add to the show if you want to so they can hear what I have to say. In case you didn't get it or, whatever.
I did. Okay. I got to hear it.
Okay, well, here's for me live, and I hope I put it in his show anyway. Happy New Year to all of Jimmy James's followers and all the followers from any podcast, any YouTuber. Just Happy New Year in general to everybody. Hope it's a safe and happy one for everyone, and peace out.
Yes. All right, and hey, thank you so much, Justin, for coming on my show. And like what he said, Happy New Year, and everybody out there, and I mean everybody who people who wear pants. I don't know. Happy New Year, and like always, take care of yourselves and one another. Peace out.
What's up, guys? This is Jimmy James. Just one more thing. If you listen to me on this, Spotify, Anchor, any platform you're on right now, you can also follow me on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, Facebook. Like I said, you could do it all. You can go on there, you can like me, you can hate me, you can dislike, approve, unapprove, whatever you think I need to do to approve. Or to get your approval. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I care for. I just care for your approval. But for now, this is me just saying goodbye.
Bye, world.
Okay, Jim, I'll see you around. Where you going? No! Oh, no! Oh, that's not what I thought he meant by that at all!
Goodbye, everybody.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or better known as ADHD, is a mental disorder that affects an individual's ability to focus, causing them to move around more frequently. They may also have trouble controlling their impulsive behaviors.
Yeah.